Here we are going to discuss some concepts about this sense amplifier. Actually, this sense amplifier plays an important role in increasing the functionality, performance, reliability of memory circuits. It helps in amplification, delay reduction, power reduction, signal restoration. All these things are related to some enhanced performance of this memory circuits. So simply in a single sentence, we can define this sense amplifier as a circuitry that helps to improve the performance of or enhance the performance of a memory cell. The basic sense amplifier that we are dealing with is differential voltage sense amplifier that we have drawn here. This is a differential voltage sense amplifier. We have to analyze this circuit, how this circuit is working. As you all know, this consists of two parts. One, this part represents an inverter section. It's a differential amplifier because we are taking two input. One is bit and other is bit bar. This bit and bit bar are directly taken from the memory line, that is bit line and bit bar line. And we have got another circuit. Some of you are familiar with this circuit. This circuit is simply a current mirror circuit. So it consists of an inverter, differential pair, current mirror. Totally, we can say this entire circuit as a circuit that is making use of this current mirror as its load. For analyzing this circuit, we have to analyze two other circuits. If you are able to analyze that circuit, then simply you can find the working of this circuit easily. So I am going to mark this terminal as V out, and I am completely skipping this portion for the time being, and we are going to analyze this much part of the circuit. So as I told, I want to analyze some other circuit for better analysis of this circuit. The first step that I am going to analyze is I am going to take these three transistors. That is, one is M1 and another is M2 and third one is this M4 transistor. These two are NMOS and this one is a PMOS and the same connection. And I am going to take this terminal as the output terminal. As you all know, this one is an NMOS. This terminal represents gate, drain and source. This is gate, drain, source. Here it is gate, source, drain. To build this circuit, what I am going to do is, I am going to couple the source terminal. Coupling the source terminal is nothing but joining the source terminal. So I am going to join this source terminal. That means this transistor M1 and the transistor M2 is source coupled. And I am not much interested about the circuit that is coming above this M1, or I will deliberately skipping this circuit. We are not interested for the time being what is happening here. We are going to analyze only this much section. And for better understanding, I am going to replace this transistor by a current source. And I am naming this current source as I tail or tail current. This is the circuit that we are going to analyze first, and this terminal is obviously connected to this VDD. So we have taken this much part, we have removed this transistor by a tail current. How this circuit works? What actually this tail current is? Tail current is nothing but the sum total of current flowing through this part and through this part, or through M2 and through M1. Now consider a situation. This M1 is in off condition. What will happen? The entire tail current is flowing through this path or through M2. If M2 is in off condition, what will happen? Entire current is flowing through this path, this M1 side. If these two parts are exactly identical, what will happen? This I tail is equally divided between M1 side and M2 side. That's the basic working principle of a differential pair. Now what I am planning to do is that, consider I am going to give a small increase in this gate voltage. So I am going to increase this gate voltage to some small value, that is delta V, increasing. So I can mark this hike in voltage as delta V. In this circuit itself, it is clear that if you are giving bit here it will be bit bar, or complementary input is given here. So if you are increasing the voltage here, obviously the voltage here should decrease. So I am going to give a voltage, decreasing voltage, that is delta V. Our aim is to find what actually happened with this V out if you are giving this type of an arrangement. So analyzing this circuit or this NMOS, you can simply say that this NMOS is connected in common source mode. This NMOS is connected in common source because source is common to both input and output. Now, in a common source mode, it is somewhat similar to common emitter in BJT. So it will give an inverted output. Inverted output means if the input is increasing, the output will be decreasing. If the input is decreasing, output should increase. So what will be the output now? Here the input is decreasing. So what will happen to the output? It will increase. The first step you should keep in mind while analyzing a differential voltage sensing amplifier. That means if this bit bar line is decreasing, as a result of this output voltage will increase. That part we have analyzed here. Once more, if this bit bar is decreasing, delta V, the output will increase. Second circuit I am going to analyze is the circuit that consists of our current mirror. So I am going to draw a current mirror using PMOS itself. We are going to build a current mirror using PMOS itself. So this one, I am going to label this transistors as M3 and M4 itself. M3 and M4 itself. Any of you are familiar with this current mirror? Current mirror is nothing but a current, but a circuit that is used to copy the current. Simply for the time being, just keep in mind that it is capable of copying the current from one side to another side. So that means if I am going to mark this current as I, as you all know, this one is a current mirror. Simply we can write this current as I itself because this circuit is a current mirror. And this current is copied to. If 2 ampere current is flowing through this current source, then what will be the current through this arm? It will also be equal to 2 ampere. If it is 3, this 3 is copied to this one. If it is I plus delta I, the current flowing through this path will also be equal to I plus delta. That's a basic thing that you should keep in mind. And I am going to connect another transistor similar to this one, and NMOS itself to this edge. And I am giving some bias. Some bias VB. So for the time being, I can mark it as M2 itself. And I am giving some amount of bias VB so that this transistor will be in on condition. And we have to take the output from this terminal. So I am going to take the output from here, V out. We have to analyze this circuit, VDD itself. First thing that you should keep in mind is that as a result of this current mirror arrangement, the current flowing through this arm is exactly copied to this arm. If the current I is flowing through this arm, the entire current I will flow through the second arm. And this arrangement of transistor for making this current mirror is known as diode connected arrangement. Diode connected arrangement. Now, our analysis is in a different way. We should be able to predict what will happen to this output if I change this current I, so that means if I am going to change this current I to some other value, that is I am going to increase this current to I plus delta I, what will happen to this output, whether it increases or decreases? From our discussion, it is clear that if the current flowing through this arm is I plus delta I, obviously the entire current is copied to this arm because it's a current mirroring circuit, and this arm will also be equal to I plus delta. It is clear from our previous discussion. Now I have said that this transistor, we have provided a suitable biasing so that this transistor M2 is an NMOS transistor which is in on condition. So I am going to simply replace this transistor by a resistor. Simply I am going to replace this transistor by a resistor, because on time transistor can be replaced by a resistor. And I am going to randomly name this resistor as R on. Just naming it. Our aim is to analyze the output when the current I is changed from I to I plus delta. So first case, what will be the output? V out 1 when the current flowing through this arm is I. That is, current is I. Current is equal to I. If this current is I, obviously as per our discussion, the current flowing through the second arm should also be equal to I. So the current flowing through this arm will be I. So the current flowing through this resistor is also I in this case. Now what will be the output? Output means the voltage between the terminals, between these two terminals of this transistor. So what will be your V out in this case? V out is equal to basic Ohm's law, resistance times current. So what is the current flowing through the this resistor? That is I into R ohm. I into R ohm. Next case, if I am going to increase this current from I to I plus delta I am going to analyze this output as V out 2, which is caused as a result of current I plus delta I plus delta. As the current in this arm is increased from I to I plus delta I, based on our previous discussion, this entire current is transferred to this arm. So the current flowing through this resistor will change from I to I plus delta I. So what will be the V out 2? It will be equal to, based on Ohm's law, current times voltage. Current is I plus delta I times, what's the voltage? What will be the current times current voltage means current times resistance. So what will be the resistance? R ohm. Okay, we can compare these two cases, this one and this one. Here our current is I, the voltage is I into R ohm. I have changed the current from I to I plus delta I. The voltage will be I plus delta I into R ohm. That means the voltage is increased. The second point that you should keep in mind is that if you are changing the current flowing through one arm, due to the current mirroring mechanism, the current through the other arm is changed, and as a result of this, the voltage at this output terminal increases. Here also the voltage is increased. If you are clubbing these two circuits, you will get this one. That means increase in this bit line, that is I to I plus delta I, cause an increase in this output. Decrease of this bit line, bit bar, what will happen to the output? It will also increase. That means both these cases results in an increased output. This is the basic thing that you should keep in mind while dealing with sense amplifier. The exact working of the sense amplifier will be discussed in the next video.